Read the statement I gave to Australian Federal Police, and how about knocking the scam off that's gone on since 2015? I've never been suicidal ever in my life. I've never threatened it. I've never attempted it. Tailoring it back to even February and March in 2013, I wasn't in Australia. So George Jacobs, that raised red flags with the crisis group and acute care and bullshit then, and I found out when I returned from overseas, I'm like, I wasn't here. So I don't care. So my ex-partner apparently went into George Jacobs' office and did a scam so he could have a month off work and turn, because I was away. So he actually turned my apartment into a drug fest sex pit. I wasn't in Australia, and I said that back then to George Jacobs, which means every bit of information from George Jacobs and Marcelo Rodriguez is tainted. This has to be investigated by Australian federal government. Every bit of information from George Jacobs and Marcelo Rodriguez is tainted. Because in 2013, I wasn't in the country. February and March. George Jacobs refused to correct false information, refused to tell organisations that my partner back then had been lying. I can't be in two countries at once. Immigration has me in America. I was in America. And I can get John Totaro, who happened to, I can't believe my luck. John Totaro, with his now wife Sandra, happened to be in America at the same time, and I caught up with him. So they can confirm that I was actually in America. My partner at the time, Gio, turned my place into a drug fest sex pit, used lies about me. George Jacobs took those lies serious. This is how long it's been going on for. Now, in 2015, I meet some deadbeat Aboriginal loser, some scrub of a guy. I don't know him. I've never met him before. I'm hearing all these stories going back to me. I'm like, makes no sense. I only met Brett for the first time in April 2015, a couple of days before Easter. Now, I'm not going to get into the whole background on me looking for an English Bull Terrier and so forth, which I always was. The fact I knew where the breeder was. I wasn't ready to purchase one yet until I was taking it to America with me. I made that clear. 2012, talking about when I was watching Nan's statue of an English Bull Terrier. Anyway, I'm not going to get into the background as I'm sick and tired of it. I've already explained enough in the last 11 years. I'm going to say this. I paid $2,000 for a dog from this Brett Aikenhead guy. I instigated a break in my relationship with Giovanni at the time, and I had sex with the guy, Brett. But it's only sex, like you have sex with a complete stranger, like a prostitute. Brett, to me, was a prostitute. I treated him like a prostitute. Brett Aikenhead was only a prostitute. Okay? That's all he was to me. Nothing more than a free prostitute. He wasn't anything other than someone I would ring up for sex. Okay? He wasn't anything else. You guys made it up to be something it wasn't. My partner was still Giovanni. I did not leave Giovanni until the end of 2016. We went and house sat at my auntie Mary Mihalski's house. Then in 2015, we went to my best friend Johnny Totaro. Well, his name's Giovanni, but Johnny Totaro's wedding to Sandra Totaro's together. We had New Year's Eve together. So Gio and myself had New Year's Eve together. Okay, in 2015, New Year's Day, we did everything that couples still did. The only difference is that we gave each other a hall pass. It's like, look, I'm just fucking around at the moment. You're going to have a hall pass. Giovanni, I know you did it behind my back. That's all it was. So all this bullshit, it's like, I never went out with Brett. I haven't gone out with anybody since Gio. Gio's my ex-partner. I keep telling everyone this, but my mum's side of the family keep making up stories because they're trying to get stories that suit what they want. Okay? You're not going to get it. Okay, my mum's out of my life completely. The only way that she ever had access to me, she's an idiot. She told idiots, so all these people that believe it, she's like, we were so close before Gio. I was like, you're insane. Marian Mihalski could confirm that after I was with Giovanni Consalvo, I have seen my mother more in my entire life since 2009 than I have before. Giovanni kept giving my mother access to me, so I left him because of it. Now that I've left Giovanni, she doesn't get any access to me at all. None. That's why I left him. Marian Mihalski can confirm this. My auntie Marian Mihalski could confirm, she goes, well, Justin's not close to his mother. Like, her and Nan could confirm. If she wants to stand up, she could be like, well, that's true. But since when was Justin ever with his mother? Well, I wasn't. Can't stand her. I avoided her like a plague. She wants to be a smart ass with this shit in the last 11 years. She's an idiot. She just cuts off her nose and spite her face. How dumb. So that's the truth. And she's not doing it herself any benefit. Her behaviour recently, you're not, like, you're an idiot. You've literally fucked, like, she thinks she's a smart ass little cunt using organisations as a tool, as a manipulative tool to fight family feuds and conflicts of interest. That's what she was doing. She was actually even using mental health as a way to use it as a tool for abuse. It's actually using mental health workers, groups and organisations as a tool to abuse someone. Her mum's she's no, what do you call it? Stranger to abusing people. Yeah. Anyway. So, she cut off the nose and smiled her face at this. Anyway. I don't know these people. This is what's so utterly insane. In 2014, when I was going to the US to make an entry, okay, Giovanni, I said, look, come with, I said, I've got, like, you know, use your freaking flyers, come over to America with me, I'll show you where I like to go, because I've already been to the States several times. Giovanni has never been. So come with me. I've got to make an entry for the green card anyway, just come with me. It's like, no, and he could have done that. I thought, well, if you're not willing to go with your partner, who's a permanent resident of America, and he goes, Justin, that's your thing. I don't want to move to America. My ex-partner, Giovanni, is like, I don't want to move to America. It's like, okay, well, we're going to have to talk about this when I get back, because I am moving to America, Gio. So we'll have to talk. I said, it's not going to work long distance. So that's when I was like, okay, let's instigate a break, you know, and so forth in 2015. You know, I've come back to pack up and move and so forth. Anyway, this Brett guy that I brought the dog off, paid $2,000 for, he's a junkie. He's an ICE junkie that works as a nurse. But he was working as an ICU nurse. Well, he wasn't actually when I met him because of his drug use. But he was going to work. He was going to the RPA in intensive care, high on crystal meth. And he sent me a photo doing it. He sent me a photo fucking doing it. Like, there's a period, I mean, if Australian Federal Police investigated, you should be able to see a photo sent from his phone to my old number when he was there at work. Look at his work history from after April to October 2015. And look at when he texted my old phone and look at the picture attachments. When he was looking after people in ICU, he was sending me photos of them and himself doing it because he was trying to convince me that he can work high on crystal meth. Okay, I knew this information. When he got arrested for assaulting me, he got arrested by Newtown Police for assaulting me in October 2015. This is all to do with me screwing around with another guy. I'm like, Brett, you're not my boyfriend. Like, my partner's Giovanni Consalvo. Can you stop putting shit on social media? That's what I had to do with. Like, I was fucking some other guy. And this Brett went crazy about it. It's like, you're not my boyfriend. My boyfriend's Giovanni. So anyway, he sold to me. New South Wales Police asked me questions about it. I said, well, this is what he's told me. This is what he's done. And he talks about Wayne Warren, who works at Winnings Appliances. I put all this in a statement. I was subpoenaed. Let me get that subpoena. I was subpoenaed to give evidence against him in court. And a corrupt police officer at Newtown Police Station told him. So here's the subpoena. I was subpoenaed to give evidence against him in court. Okay, and by the way, I've got the documents that he, you know, with the transfer of ownership of the dog and everything as well. So the guy lied. Now, to discredit me, this is exactly what he was doing. This 19th of December 2015, I wasn't suicidal, and I stand by the fact that this druggo of a nurse who's got access to drugs, okay, who has like ample amount of what they call BHP or something, or G and crystal meth and other drugs. That when I had an argument with Giovanni on the 19th of December 2015, I kicked him out of my apartment. After October, Giovanni and Brett realised they had same friends. They were bummy chummy together. And Giovanni rang Brett. Brett came. I should never have opened the door to him, to my apartment. I was busy getting ready because I was leaving. He went into the kitchen and made me a tea. I scolded it like I normally do. And something was wrong with it. Now, that fucking little black cunt, okay, when it's white and because I said to him, what'd you put? I was gasping for air. And it tasted like licking the battery. Gasping for air. I'm like, what'd you do? Because I feel really funny. What'd you put in that? And he ran. So he drugged me with something. A dirty little abo that deals with crystal meth and BH, whatever, G came over on the 19th of December and fucking drugged me. Knowing, because Giovanni told him that I'm going to go meditate where I normally meditate up in Watson's Bay. It's a scam. I told organisations back then, it's a scam. It's a fucking scam. And it's been going on for 11 years. My mother got a phone call from me and said, this is bullshit. And it's a fucking scam. My mother didn't do anything because my mother, here's scam. Let me see what I can get from it. She tried to manipulate it for her own benefit and gain. These are the facts, and the organisations that got involved need to face criminal charges. Plus, you did break, okay, not only human rights laws, you broke international laws. They're going, but you're depressed because you've lost everything. I haven't lost anything. I've got over 200,000 in the bank. I've got a BMW, a great apartment, a green card to the US. I'm going back to my studies. I'm on a return to work. I haven't lost my job. I didn't lose my job into 2017 until you guys lost it for me. See, these organisations, these deadbeat suicide organisations, and what is it? Reach out, fucking losers. Oh, what is it? Lifeline. Oh, just because you're non-profit doesn't mean you can't be sued. There's an acute care, like, fucking, these people are just losers. The people that work for this are deadbeat losers with issues. It's like putting up with Belinda Jeffries. These people are the biggest deadbeat fuckwits you would ever meet in your life that work for these organisations. The biggest fuckwits. Me, I couldn't do it because if I found out, if someone's like, oh, I'm depressed and suicidal, I'm like, go kill yourself. Fucking loser. Seriously, these people are fucking deadbeats. So they've lied. They've used wrong information about me to basically, build up the numbers. Like, I'm not a person that's going to sit back and let you do that. I'm calling fraud. A good investigation to your company would be great, thanks. I'm calling fraud on the whole thing. Because it is. You took false information about me and used it for your own organisation's advantage. And that's exactly what this is.